Hi guys, finding time to actually do these videos is getting harder than I thought. Actually started the year not feeling well, so my allergies were just really off the wall, especially with having to wear masks all the time. So I was feeling super awful that very first week. I am definitely feeling better now, but I am doing Spirit Squad, and I have 30 girls this year, which is awesome, except it's a lot. And so I'm doing that on top of just trying to stay on top of getting everything done, all the hats that I wear here. However, I just wanted to come in today and talk about my successes and some frustrations and failures that I've had so far. I am still going to try to quit giving them grades and really focus on feedback. But for this first part of the year, I am not going to do that. I'm just going to take them through like getting their points and actually getting credit for me so they can start seeing how the modules work and also seeing how I'm expecting them to work on each of the DOKs. So I have my modules set up in Canvas. That's what we use here as DOKs. Depths of knowledge. Okay, so there's 4 depths of knowledge, and the first one I call set and get. So that's basically just getting their information. The 2s are where we do labs, so the hands-on activities that go with that information. The 3 is more discussions on specific points of what they've learned so far. And then finally, the 4s are where they take that and apply it and create something that has to do with that. So a lot of the kids are not probably going to make it to that 4 level very often. My goal with the module is to take a pretest, and that pretest will send them on a mastery path, which we call them here. Mastery path where if they get a certain score, it'll take them through certain activities. But I also give them choices. So at every level, I try to give some choices, except our lab. Our lab, the DOK2s, we actually all do at the same time. And I've been doing those on my 90-minute days. The rest, they take their pretest. If they get 5 or below, they have to do all 3 DOK ones because I feel like they really need to have that information that they're missing, like the bulk of it. And then the ones that get above that only have to do 2 of those. And eventually I think I might even go to like where 8, 9, and 10 are actually just going to be 1. Focusing mostly on the book because that's our biggest resource. And then I always try to throw in like some videos and then maybe an ed puzzle or something like that. Then they move to the DOK3s, which, like I said, it's going to be your discussion. So I have a discussion and a Flipgrid, but I'm having a really hard time getting that to work, that extension to work in my Canvas. And this first module, I didn't quite set up completely right, so I had some issues kind of getting it going today. But for the most part, the kids really used their class time wisely. And as I was going through a review, like a mini lesson yesterday, I really felt like, yesterday and today, I really felt like they were able to talk about energy, and most of them were getting like the difference between potential and kinetic. So I do think that I've made some progress. I still have a lot of work to do. I have a lot of students, and we're coming off of that COVID year where kids, some of them were remote and didn't do much of anything. So they're kind of learning how to work school again. And some of them have not. You can see they're just dealing with a lot. And so that definitely just kind of trying to break some of those barriers to remind them that we are here to help them and not to hinder them. Because I really want it to be like, if they're working really hard, they should not be failing my class. So if they're working really hard and they literally can only get the DOK ones done, I want that to be okay. So I'm trying to work through all that this first module and probably the second, just kind of figuring out where all my kids are. I also use cognitive levels, so cognitive learning levels. All the kids in the 8th grade are all developing at different stages. So some are very concrete and some are very abstract, and those kids don't always work well together. So I had them fill out a questionnaire, but I'm not sure. I wasn't here the day they actually turned it in, and I'm not sure they really did an in-depth job of answering those questions, which made it a little more difficult to put grades or groups together. So I'm struggling a little bit again with that as well. Spend a lot of my time right now, like I said, just getting things set up and making sure there's lots of choices for the kids that want those choices and pushing those kids that need to be pushed. So I feel like I've had success in the fact that I'm seeing kids work and kids continue to show that they've learned stuff in my class. Things I need to work on is really connecting with all of my kids because it's hard with such big classes of 28 and 30 and so on. And then trying to make sure that mastery path is work and figure out if I just need to get rid of Flipgrid or what. So that's where I'm at this week. This one's a little bit longer probably. I'm going to try to keep these down a little bit. But each week I'm just going to come in here, like I said, and reflect and tell you some of the things I'm using. So if anyone hears some things that they're like, I want more information about, just make sure to send me a message or whatever, and I will get that to you. So I do feel like some of the tools that I'm using are very, very helpful in figuring some of this out. And like I said, I'm still working on finding some more. So if you have great links for other places kids can get information for as far as videos and things like that, because I think some of them really like those YouTube videos. So if we can find something like that, that's always my goal too, is so it pushes the learning, but they're doing something that fits the kind of learners that they are. So that's where I'm at this week. Have a great week. Those of you that are out there in education, keep pushing through. Wearing masks makes me unhappy, so I am working through that too, because we all have to wear it, right? So we want everybody to be safe, so I will continue to do what I am supposed to. But my goal is to try to have my Thursdays, when I do have my little bit longer plan time, to be the day that I come in and do these videos. So I will also try to share some examples next time. So thank you, and I will see you later. Bye.